Dmitry Alexandrovich Zavadski, Russian. Cyrillic capital letter T, Cyrillic small letter EM, Cyrillic small letter I, combining acute accent, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter short 1, Cyrillic capital letter E, Cyrillic small letter L, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter K, Cyrillic small letter S, Cyrillic small letter E, combining acute accent, Cyrillic small letter EN, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter O, Cyrillic small letter V, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter J, Cyrillic capital letter Z, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter V, Cyrillic small letter E, combining acute accent, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter S, Cyrillic small letter K, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter short 1 or Dzmitry Alexandrovich Zavadski, Belarusian. Cyrillic capital letter T, Cyrillic small letter Z, Cyrillic small letter EM, Cyrillic small letter Belarusian Ukrainian 1, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter Euro, Cyrillic small letter short 1, Cyrillic capital letter E, Cyrillic small letter L, Cyrillic small letter Y, Cyrillic small letter K, Cyrillic small letter S, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter EN, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter V, Cyrillic small letter Belarusian Ukrainian 1, Cyrillic small letter J, Cyrillic capital letter Z, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter V, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter S, Cyrillic small letter K, Cyrillic small letter Belarusian Ukrainian 1, the 28th of August 1972, declared dead the 3rd of December 2003, was a Belarusian journalist who disappeared and was presumably murdered in 2000. Zavadski worked as journalist and cameraman for Russian public television Channel 1, ORT. From 1994 to 1997, he was the personal cameraman of Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. 1997 border crossing incident. In 1997, Zavadski and ORT reporter Pavel Sheremet were arrested and imprisoned after filming a report about security vulnerability on the Belarus-Lithuania border. Zavadski filmed the report with Sheremet, along with his drivers crossing illegally from Belarus to Lithuania and back again, to demonstrate the ease with which smugglers could cross the border. They were charged with Article 17 of the Criminal Code, conspiracy to commit a crime, and Article 80, intentional violation of the state border, which carried a maximum 5-year prison sentence. The arrest resulted in a diplomatic fallout between Russia and Belarus. The Russian authorities criticized Belarus over the arrests, and Russian President Boris Yeltsin cancelled Lukashenko's scheduled trip to Moscow in protest. Lukashenko's invitation was revoked after he had already left Belarus. His plane was denied access to enter Russian airspace. The trial began on the 17th of December 1997 in Ashmiany, 55 kilometers, 34 miles from the Lithuanian capital of Vilnius. The selection of the location was highly publicized in both Belarus and Russia. Ashmiany, as a border city, required special permission to access, which complicated the situation for journalists wishing to cover the case. Additionally, the courtroom was too small to accommodate all the interested parties, but the request to transfer the trial to a larger location was denied. Sheremet and Zavadski were represented by Belarusian public defenders and Russian attorney Viktor Kuznetsov from ORT. Their attorneys argued there was no evidence of any crime, as the only evidence they had crossed the border illegally was a sign Zavadski filmed reading, Republic of Lithuania, that is technically located in Belarus. The attorneys accused the state of arresting the journalists not for any crime but for the fact that they criticized the border security. Attorney Mikhail Pastukov urged the court to seek justice, not violence. On the 28th of January 1998, the court found Sheremet and Zavadski guilty on all charges. Sheremet and Zavadski were sentenced to 36 months in prison, but their sentences were suspended. Disappearance. From October 1999 to May 2000, Zavadski and Sheremet were in Chechnya filming Chechen Diary, a four-part documentary series for ORT.ON. The 7th of July 2000, Zavadski drove to the Minsk National Airport to meet Shirmet. Witnesses saw Zavadski in the airport and his car was later found in the parking lot. Zavadski has not been seen since. Zavadski had received threatening phone calls before his disappearance, and his neighbor saw two men trailing him near his apartment building on the day he disappeared. The witnesses helped police artists compile composite drawings of the two men, but the police refused to release them to the public. According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, its sources in Belarus suspect that Zavadski was murdered because he had footage showing Belarusian security agents fighting in Chechnya alongside Chechen rebels. Belarusian officials, including Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs Mikhail Yudovikov, suggested that Zavadski was abducted either by his colleagues at ORT, including Shirmet, or by members of the local opposition, related to his pro-Russia coverage of the Chechen War. On the 20th of November 2000, independent, non-state Belarusian media received an anonymous email from a person who identified himself as an officer of the Belarus State Security Committee working on the Zavadski investigation. The writer claimed that 9 suspects had been arrested, 7 of whom were either current or former officers of the Presidential Security Service, and that the suspects had confessed to killing Zavadski and had named the place where his body was buried. According to the email, the investigators had also found a shovel stained with Zavadski's blood. Additionally, the email claimed that President Lukashenko refused to allow investigators to exhume the body, and that the case was later transferred from the prosecutor's office to the Interior Ministry to sabotage the investigation. Report from Committee to Protect Journalists. The following day, Lukashenko blamed Zavadski's disappearance on Chechen kidnappers. A week later, Lukashenko fired 4 of his top officials: his security issues advisor, the chairman of the Security Council, the prosecutor general, and the head of the State Security Committee. Lukashenko asserted that the 4 had been plotting a coup d'état and had abducted Zavadski to implicate the president. Trial. On the 14th of March 2002, Minsk Regional Court convicted 4 men of 5 murders, plus the kidnapping of Dzmitry Zavadski. 2 of the men, Valery Ignatovich and Maxim Malik, were former members of the elite Belarusian police unit Almas. Despite the conviction, Zavadski's body was never recovered and the circumstances of his disappearance and ultimate fate were not explained. In addition to Zavadski, Belarusian authorities failed to determine the fates of leading opposition figures Yuri Zakharenko and Viktor Honchar, and businessman Anatoly Kursovsky, who also vanished in 1999 and 2000. Belarus came under international criticism and human rights monitors regarded the behind-closed-doors trial and convictions as flawed. Journalists were banned from observing the proceedings except for the sentencing. In September 2002, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe stated that it was seriously concerned about the lack of progress and established an investigative subcommittee to probe into the multiple disappearances. Subsequent investigations and fallout. In December 2003, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe alleged that top government officials were involved in the disappearances and subsequent cover-ups. In 2004, the Assembly filed a resolution calling for Belarus to initiate a proper criminal investigation into the disappearances, and stated that until significant progress was made in the cases, it would not reconsider its 1997 suspension of Belarus as a guest member of the Council. In September 2004, the European Union and the United States issued travel bans for 5 Belarusian officials suspected in being involved in the kidnapping of Zavadski: Interior Affairs Minister Vladimir Naumov, Prosecutor General Viktor Shimon, Minister for Sports and Tourism Yuri Sivakov, and Colonel Dmitry Pavlichenko from the Belarus Interior Ministry. Naumov had been tasked with leading the investigation despite suspicions he was directly involved. Greece denied Sivakov a visa to prevent him from attending the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens. Belarusian officials have twice reopened the investigation into Zavadski's disappearance, in 2003 and 2005, but no further details have been released about his whereabouts. In 2007, the UN Human Rights Council (UNHRC) denied Belarus a seat on after heavy international criticism of the country's poor human rights and press freedom record, including the disappearances of the 4 men and the 2005 murder of Veronika Cherkasova. Legacy. In 2004, his wife, Svetlana Zavadskaya, and Irina Kursovskaya, the wife of Anatoly Kursovsky, co-founded the We Remember Foundation, dedicated to bringing justice to the disappeared and exposing human rights violations in Belarus. See also: Day of Solidarity with Belarus, List of people who disappeared, List of journalists killed in Europe. References. External links: Dzmitry Zavadski, profile from We Remember Foundation without trace, uncovering the fate of Belarus disappeared, Amnesty International.